The commute and all that's important, no doubt about it, but so is the food this morning, and it is all about New Orleans in celebration of the Super Bowl.
You're back. I know, right? The Beast has returned. No, the Beast is number 52, Ray Lewis, and doing a great job out there in New Orleans, and we wish him all the best. So in celebration of that, we're going to make some really fantastic, traditional New Orleans style food. And what we're going to start with is a gumbo. A gumbo is very simply a thickened kind of a vegetable, kind of a seafood.
It's whatever they've got. They put it in the pot.
Stone soup. It really is. It really is. And the key to a great gumbo is starting with a dark roux. And a dark roux is just fat and flour. You cook it slowly until it gets a little more than peanut butter brown. We started with some bacon in here. There's bacon, and the trinity for them is celery, onions, and bell peppers. Okay, so there's some bacon, celery, peppers, and onions in there. We're just going to add, because I like to do it in layers. That way there's different textures to the stuff. So those were some onions. Here's some celery, some green peppers. The recipes were already up on the website. I thought was amazing. You guys already had that up there last night. So for the folks that want to get that, it's already available. Okra.
Okra?
Okra.
You are going Southern Louisiana.
You have to have okra in there. And then we have some smoked sausage goes down in here. Really, really simple stuff, folks. So garlic I already added. Then we're going to add some of this, some shrimp, right? Ooh. Yeah, and I know for the magic of television, right, I already have some ready for us all.
You want me to stir while you do that?
You can. You want to stir? That'd be great if you stir. Look, I'm going to reach across the pot, which is really, really rude, and add some diced tomatoes. Okay, and if you, Lynette, would you hand me that Swanson chicken broth right in front of you? I'd really appreciate that.
Mark Lobner, do you love it how all these people just sort of make their way
into
the
awesome.
studio? Like all of a sudden, Lynette was doing weather, Lauren was doing traffic, now they're in the kitchen.
I think it's great. And
then
this all goes in there. No, I don't get any help at home.
All right, Mark, you come in and do this for us from time to time. We love having you in.
Oh, thanks. You guys
Who are you doing this for these days?
Well, right now I'm working at North Oaks Continuing Care Retirement Community in Pikesville. So a big shout out to all my residents at North Oaks. This might all be a little too spicy for them, but they really do like our cooking. I have another fellow I work with, Nate Finney, who's just a great chef.
Now, I'm sure they're all Ravens fans.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, Nate, the biggest Ravens fan. I mean, his office is decorated with,
Only way to do it, right?
Mark, can I ask you something about Louisiana cooking?
Sure.
Is there one thing that's absolutely the must-have dish? Is it the oysters? Is it the jambalaya? What is it?
I tried to pick the two that I thought were the best. I think that gumbo is super important, and we're going to have these oysters remick.
But when you're talking about the seasonings and spices that go in, we love our Old Bay.
Yeah,
They love Tabasco because of Avery Island. They also love their Tony Chachere's, which I see both are here today.
Yes, yeah. Tony Chachere's is my man, or how'd you say it?
Chachere's.
Okay, I'm down with that. Okay, so oysters are huge, popular mainstay food in Louisiana. This is a traditional recipe called oyster remick, and remick sauce is very simply made with mayonnaise and dry mustard and celery salt and chili sauce rather, and paprika, a little bit of tarragon vinegar. You mix this all together. It's a piquantly flavored seasoning. So you open your oyster, you take a little bit of this, crab meat like this down on top, okay? Very, very simple. And you take your sauce, boom, boom, and then you come back in here, because, I mean, what doesn't make bacon taste better? So a little bit of bacon over the top.
Everything's better with
They
bacon.
even have it on ice cream these days, right? And then this I'm going to go right behind you guys.
These are my favorite.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
I love oysters.
And then this goes in the oven, and then watch this. Magic of television. Ow, that wasn't hot at all.
Look, kids, a loaf of bread.
My gosh, look at that.
Wow.
And then, okay. And there's that. So those are your oysters. If you want to garnish them with little scallions, you can. The reason we do the salt is just honestly to keep them from tipping around on top of the, I know, right? Be careful with that. Don't hurt yourself.
Now, you make it look easy, but I would think
course,
oysters.
that's my job is to make
I know, but is it? I mean, be honest, or is this a big deal?
No, I'll tell you here. The easiest way, in my opinion, I think the biggest part people struggle with is opening the oyster. And I think the easiest way to open an oyster is to not put it on the table actually, but to hold it in your hand and stick your knife in the tail end of the oyster and give it a spin, a twist.
Okay.
That's
Not a
always
pry.
hardest thing, yeah.
Okay, and then you want to reach up under the shell.
Is that
and
a
cut the
shucking knife?
muscle? It is, and cut the top muscle, and then flip the lid over, and then you would have, a nice oyster like that. And notice I didn't cut it up
right
at all.
now.
Oysters, because people really have they either love them or they can't stand them.
Get low.
Do you think they just don't know?
That.
I just I cut the bottom muscle. Did I? Okay, great. And then look, let me get here between you ladies, and I'll show you when we serve this. This is how I would serve it at home. I would take this out of the pot when it's finished. Let's turn the roux off. because we're done with it. And I would transfer it to you're having a party, so you don't want to leave this on the stove, cooking down. Put it in a crock pot. Transfer it to a crock pot. Okay, so when you're ready to serve, it's crock pot. It's a rice cooker. Rice cooker is certainly the best way to keep rice, going.
See, my
And then-
only problem
Mark,
is
while you
All
serve
right.
this up,
This would be
we
my
gotta go.
Yeah, right.
Ball of energy, Mark Laubner. Love having you in. He's over there with Lynette right now. These recipes at abc2news.com. Go there, get them. Enjoy the game. Be safe. Make good decisions.
And go Ravens.
And go Ravens.